This is a video for AS Media explaining my ideas for my music magazine that are going to be used on the creation of the magazine. In my initial ideas, I came up with the names of Small Talk, Blank Pages, Slash, Sweet, and Forward. I thought that Sweet was the most fitting for my music magazine, as the connotations of the adjective implies that something is represented as cool. This adjective originated in the 1980s through the genre of punk, and now is commonly used in skating communities to describe a new trick being good or gnarly, as it would be said. The colours I will be using throughout my magazine will be black, white and red. This is due to me taking inspiration from Kerrang magazine I have chosen as my style model. Kerrang's logo is both simple and bold, which I intend to do to make my masthead visually engaging for the audience to buy my magazine. Also, the font used will be black, capitalised and have cracks through it, and to show how it will look, the third design is what my masthead will look like. My front cover has been inspired by my style model Kerrang magazine as shown on the slide. This is because the band I am using is Seconds Apart is a three-piece band from Rotherham, and I will be using a white backdrop to show the band as fully as I can, where they will be wearing plain clothing with no logos to show the band to the audience to stand out. My contents page is also inspired by my style model Kerrang magazine, where it will contain 3 images at the top of the page with the masthead of the contents page indicating the date and the issue number. The contents page will also contain the generic conventions of a contents page, with an editor's letter that will give an overview of what the magazine will be about, a table of contents indicating the pages within which each article is on, and a banner which I will make advertising subscription for my magazine for the audience to get delivered to their doors or on their technological device. My double-page spread will be simplistic but impactful in its appearance to the audience. It will be an interview with my band Seconds Apart, with an image of them playing and an image of me doing the interview with them. It will also contain the traditional generic conventions of a pull quote, drop capital, a masthead of the title, the folio, subheading of the questions asked, and a sidebar. These are also my influence, which I use throughout creating my initial ideas for my magazine and my readers' general interests and influences. The average reader for my magazine is between 16 to 24. When writing the magazine, it is always going to apply to Jack, 18, loves listening to new bands on the block. He lives and breathes rock music. It influences who his friends are, what he does with his leisure time, his social attitudes and influences, his fashion sense, and above all, his lifestyle. Above all, he is fanatical about every band's music, whether it is new or old, and is proud to be both a fan and part of their music scene. Jack is usually passionate about everything he does, whether it be listening to music, going to gigs, or meeting his friends. He is completely devoted. He is a fashion trendsetter in his peer group, but he is heavily influenced by the music icons and scenes, such as the bands he supports. He is extremely loyal to the brands he trusts. The first edition of my magazine will contain posters, gig guides, gig reviews, interview with new bands Seconds Apart, latest chart rundown, photo shoots, artists and bands. My magazine will be both a rock and indie rock niche magazine, and it is targeted at a specific target audience, which is 16 to 24. Also, it will come onto newsstands and will be able to be bought online nationally, which it will be on a fortnightly basis to keep the audience up to date with the newest bands to the new music every 2 weeks as it appears on the shelves. Finally, I have researched into magazine prices to distinguish a mean amount on an average for my magazine, which will be both affordable and worth the money being paid. Kerrang is £2.20, Mojo is £4.99, Rock Sound is £3.99, Enemy is £3.95, Q is £3. Overall, I have decided the price of my magazine will be £2.80 as it's a fortnightly magazine, so the price isn't too high and it is worth the money being paid. I have chose this price as people purchasing the magazine will be aged between 16 to 24 who are stereotypically students who don't generally get much of an income, so they will be able to purchase the magazine at £2.80.